Good evening and welcome to the second ever FACEDOWNnj Podcast. To my front is Bubba.
Hello.
To my far right and next to Bubba is Carmine.
Hello, hello, hello.
To my right, and just next to me is Chuck.
Greetings.
And I'm Chris, your host.
Hello, Chris.
Hi.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, this is part 2 of, well, actually, it's just the second one we're doing.
Yeah. I don't think it's a part. It's just the second one. Right?
All right.
Episode.
Today's episode is
Will not be as
sponsored
long.
by beer.
Helping ugly people dance for hundreds of years.
Okay, what are we going to talk about today? Chuckles.
Carmine had suggested local bands.
Okay. You guys wanna do
So local bands as in when we were active in back in the
that?
day.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
our
yeah.
favorites.
You don't want to do past and present? Or
Yeah.
just past?
We can go talk about we can each list a couple of our favorites from back then, maybe.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure. Speaking of that, I saw that post that Bloodlet might not be playing, right?
No?
They postponed a few of the shows, so I don't know if it's gonna. Because Carmine's going to one on a different day than me, and so I don't know. And Zayo actually, they had to cancel too.
Yeah.
They have a COVID
Yeah.
situation also, so it's all TBD right now. So hope
Guess
we
I
get to
ain't
see
getting
him
my
though.
T-shirt.
Have to order it online.
All right.
But
Let's start with some bands that we grew up with, like that we actually looked up to, like Ripping Corpse,
oh yeah,
Demonacy,
Demonacy.
Latchaw,
That's all.
Um,
Majul.
Jewel.
well they were in a different.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they look. I mean, we were at the same era as them.
Yeah.
They were our peers, I think. There's
Yeah.
definitely like the bands that influenced us that we saw early on, and then there was the bands that we got to play with and that were our friends and everything. So it was
Remember
like
North
two-
Winds?
Wow.
Ripping Corpse. Remember them?
Yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
of course.
Wrath of Hate, man, and Dimmock and
Yeah.
all that, man.
Well, yeah, and Ritual Torment was part of that little clique too,
Yeah.
and that's like a band that I saw because I was dating the drummer's sister, so I got to go watch them practice, and that was pretty awesome.
That was Diane, right?
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah,
Joe
Joe White.
White.
Yep. And they were
Joe White.
John Egan was in that band. R.I.P.
Man, he was
yeah.
such a cool dude, man.
I know. They were a great band. I used to love watching them play. They just, I don't know. That's like, just to get their demos, and they were just, I don't know. They were awesome. And a couple of them went to our high school too. So got to talk to them in high school and then go see them play.
Yeah, it was
pretty-
cool. Like, I came from a different music side of it. I mean, it
Yeah.
was cool, but we all got to see the same bands all the time at this place called the Cafe Bar in Long Branch. It was really cool, man. You got to see Time's Up.
Oh, Time's Up. One of my
Human
all-time
Remains.
favorites. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Human
Human
Shout out to
Remains.
Dave Whitty.
Yeah, he's still killing it in Municipal Waste.
Yeah.
And who else did we get? So many good bands. Godspeed.
Godspeed was
Yeah.
great. Tommy Southard is he's a riff lord forever and ever.
That whole band. Timmy came to our show, the show we just played. That was
Yep.
really cool talking to him, catching up with him, man. He's still Timmy too, man.
That was wild around that time that a couple local bands got signed. It was Godspeed, but also Nude Swirl was another band that got signed, and then
Core
Core got signed too.
to Atlantic, I
Yeah.
think, also.
mhm. Finn and Tim Ryan. Yeah. The brothers.
But don't forget, the biggest rock star of them all is Ben Kenny.
Oh,
You know, he's an Incubus now, but he started in Race Car and all that stuff. That was Race Car was fun. They were a really good band. Totally different than what we played, but totally awesome. Like, I think my personal opinion, the best local band for that time was Terminus.
yeah.
In my opinion,
I
by
forgot
far,
about
they
them.
they
Yeah.
did so much different
Yeah.
style. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah,
and Chris as a singer,
Yeah, you
Yeah,
couldn't
it's-
really categorize them, you know? It's like you can tell that they were, like there was some hardcore there, but there was a lot of like rock in their sound too, I thought,
Yeah.
you know? But I thought even Lifeside, our friends and, you know, our old, you know, roommates, like they had that hardcore thing, but I felt like there was a lot of rock in their sound too, like with the way the riffs were.
yeah,
you
more
know?
poppy.
Poppy, yeah,
that was
for
staccato.
sure.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. You know,
And like Dave Johnson liked his choruses, and you know everything was pretty memorable. And Well, and we could see like Human Remains play one day with like Ripping Corpse or Revenant or something, who was another great New Jersey band, and then we can go see like Another State of Mind, who I know like we all collectively liked, and how they Another State of Mind turned into Smother eventually with a lot of the same members, and then Sean ended up playing with us in Vessels for a little while, so there was a lot of overlap. There was a lot of homogenization with the bands and the members.
Day of Pigs,
Yeah, Kevin LeBlanc's first and only band.
Wasn't Steve in that also?
Yeah, Steve was in that too.
Yep.
And I played in a band with Steve and Sean for a little while called Death Race 2000. That was before they started Day of Pigs.
Okay.
So that was like, I played one show with them. I don't think it lasted that long, but that was a lot of fun too. We knew those guys for a long time, and they were good.
Yeah, speaking of, just get off topic for a quick minute about the show. Our first show back.
Oh, what a trip down memory lane that was, seeing everybody come out.
That was fun.
Yeah, there was a lot of people there, and
I have a
we
confession.
thank everybody.
I
for the
almost
support.
puked before we played.
Wow,
Did
really?
you really?
Yeah, I was nervous.
I have a confession. I pissed behind the stage where nobody can see.
I seen. Well, kind of. I couldn't see that, but And I think it was our idea to do it. I mean, go behind the stage.
Chris made a little secret tinkle.
He made peeps.
Hey, buddy, what are you doing down there?
I got yelled at by Chris because I kept bumping into him.
You knocked me out of tune for 3 tunes. That was fun.
What are you gonna do?
The stage was long, but not very deep, so there wasn't a lot of room for like.
My girth.
That's what she said. Long, but not very deep.
It was fun being up there, man. I'm not gonna. I mean, I lost some lyrics at some points, But you know what? Who cares? Nobody knew, and we had a good time. And we were feeling it.
Absolutely.
Thank you to everybody that came out and whoever's listening to this.
Oh, yes.
But,
Thank you.
It was a
thanks
very
everybody for the
important
support.
show, not just for us, but for the cause. So thank you for coming out.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Thank
making
you.
us feel welcome back again.
Yeah, some old heads came out for the show, and that felt really good. And just having like a few of our kids there, and it just was like it was a real trip to see all that kind of coming together.
It was great, man. Like a lot of people out there that I didn't expect to be there.
Oh, yeah.
So
A lot of people I haven't seen in years.
And there was a lot of variety too. The way it worked out, it was like there was different genres. There was covers, originals, older bands, younger bands. Like it felt good. It felt like how the pony shows used to be, where like we had a whole lineup of all different bands. It didn't matter who it was. We were just like, oh, we're stoked to play with them. They might play a totally different style of music than us.
You know what's weird is you know how I always did fucking weird shit with my hair. I usually either had contacts in my eyes or the ropes. My sister would take her an hour to do those ropes before we went on tour and all
Ropes
that
and
stuff.
robes. You used to wear those
Oh yeah,
robes
well
too.
that was towards the end. But so I didn't know what to do. I was like, well, I don't fucking have any more hair left, so let me.
Dazzle them with
I
your
was like,
fingers, Chris.
fuck
That's
it.
all you can
I told
do.
my wife, because she's a hairstylist, I'm like, just give me a fucking mohawk. I don't know what else to do. That's the only hair that's left anymore is the top part.
it's so crazy. We've been together for how long? I mean, well, we're back together, but we were our lives. We pretty much grew up together.
Mm-hmm.
Playing that show, when you look at the pictures, that's like the most professional we ever looked. Like a
Oh,
band.
absolutely. Yeah.
We never looked like a band ever. We played a lot of shows, but we never looked like a band. We actually looked like a band. At the
We
age
looked like
fucking
more of a
50 years
collection
old.
of people, yeah.
You know what's bad is the next day I felt everything. I'm like, God, I'm old.
The next day, I took a bag of gummies and smoked a pen.
I was all cramped up. Like,
Listen,
Still hurt.
Bub was putting on his braces like it was a wrestling show. It was like, he's like, let me put my knee braces on.
I wear knee supports because I'm old.
I wear wrist supports.
I think it's also worth mentioning that, like, I know we're talking about local bands, but I don't know if this fits in. Maybe it's adjacent, but the fact that, like, since we broke up, we've all played in bands together, but not all four of us. So we did have some connection over all these years, even though we weren't playing as Face Down. I think that's been really important, that there's, like, connective tissue between everybody.
Yeah.
And, I think that that's important because we all didn't, like, totally scatter. We were in each other's lives. We just didn't do this, but
Yeah.
we got to grow in other ways and then come back together.
Yeah. It was it was nice. It was a good time being up there playing those songs with you guys again. No
Yeah.
doubt.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little upset you guys pussed out and not played Resurrection. I was ready to go.
Yeah, I was kind of ready to go
Like-
too.
I was feeling it,
I
dude.
don't
I
know
was
if
like,
we should
yo.
push it.
I
The
was
next
ready
show
to
we'll
blow
do
it
it.
out.
Yeah.
I was ready to blow out. I was like, I didn't even care. I mean, people just kept coming up as we were playing. I was like, yo, let's do it.
Yeah, when I saw the videos, I wasn't really looking out. You know, I was trying to stay in the zone, but when I saw the videos, I was like, a lot of people came to check us out, which
Yeah.
was really cool.
I was like, let's do it.
I should have had more cameras. I
We
just
should
had that
open up
GoPro.
Connecticut with
Resurrection.
Resurrection.
All right.
I mean, we
We're
totally
practicing
could.
it now, so
Yeah.
As long as we
That would
play
be
it
cool.
at the right speed, well, it's a great
Yeah,
song,
yeah.
you know. But I
I actually feel more comfortable now singing it than I did then.
really,
Yeah, because I'm changing stuff,
Mhm.
and I sound different.
I've noticed your voice
You know.
like having like, you know, the raspy scream, but then the deep stuff, the hardcore yell,
in a high
you know,
pitch.
the high pitched. Oh, that's when you grab a nut
Yeah.
and say, "I'm going for it."
2 hands though. I got big balls. Little pee big balls.
Did you guys like that photo we all got of Bub's balls
Oh,
this
yeah.
week? That was nice, right?
Oh, it was
Happy
great. I
4th
mean,
of
Happy
July.
4th of July.
It just made me
Every
think of Captain
holiday.
Howdy. I mean, that's pretty much the hat he was wearing, wasn't it? That little.
As a Captain Spaulding.
Yeah, Captain Spaulding. That's what I meant.
R.I.P. that man. He was such a cool dude.
Yeah, he you know, he's part of horror history now.
So
Yeah.
let's talk about. All right. Let's talk about bands that we used to watch. You know, maybe before we even started playing together. You know what I mean? Like Time's Up, Human Remains, Ripping Corpse,
Mhm.
Demonacy, Torture Crypt. I mean, we could talk. I mean, like it's just crazy. Like how many of Latch All.
Oh, that's all. Yeah.
How many of these bands were so talented? And this, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, but like it's like nobody heard them. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
even I mean, Human Remains. Well, Dave hates everything he does. It seems like.
Yeah, but
Human
they just
Remains,
they never got to.
They didn't go out there and do it, but
No.
they could have. Everybody, I mean, Ripping Corpse is another one that every band in the magazine was wearing a Ripping Corpse shirt.
Yep.
But
Even now you see them. It's
I know.
crazy.
I wish I still had mine. You know.
Yeah,
Like
I
it's
saw
like
Keith Huckins
$3,000.
from Dead Guy was playing one when I saw them at the Lanes, and then he was playing it again at the Decibel Fest. He's just all about it, you know. And they can't even re-release that record because it's still with the label. All the
Relapse,
members
right?
want to no, Human Remains put out re-released all their stuff, but I don't think Ripping Corpse did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Like Human
Ripping
Remains
Corpse.
was able to like re-release some stuff, but they're just like, we just thought every local scene was like that, but it
Yeah.
wasn't. You know,
No.
like we had nothing
were
to compare it
spoiled.
to. We were very spoiled. I mean, I know for me, like in Chris, we came more from the metal side of things. So for me to see like, I don't know, those guys in Ripping Corpse, like now with like Eric Rutan, he's like such a world-renowned producer. He's playing in Cannibal Corpse, Hate Eternal, Morbid Angel. I mean, like, and he was just there playing at the cafe bar. Like, you know, he was a young kid when he joined Ripping Corpse, and he wasn't even original. So it's like to see all the... And then they went on to Dim Mak, who we can't forget. That was kind of like what grew out of Ripping Corpse. But just seeing the way they played guitar for me, I was like, this makes no sense, but yet it still has connection to metal. Like, it's the loud guitars and the tuned down I don't know. It's just John Adabata from Time's Up was a big influence for me. I mean, on that subject, like even just listening to Burnt by the Sun the other day, like I was like, and then playing the Face Down songs and then listening back to Burnt by the Sun, like how much John like just trying to play those weird chords and just I don't know, it made a big impression on me, you know.
Dillinger, yeah.
And Dillinger, yeah. But you wouldn't, like, a lot of bands wouldn't even come out. Like, in Dead Guy, we have to mention, even though they weren't connected, we weren't connected to them, but, like, watching the documentary, seeing the shows they played, I mean, they influenced so many bands that we all ended up enjoying afterwards, you know, with Dillinger and Botch, and I don't know, I feel like Dead Guy really left a big influence on everybody. Even though they never really got to tour, their stuff got out there.
I just thought it was kind of cool, like, bands like Ripping Corpse and Latch All and shit like that, like even Jerry Franklin, looking up to him, like,
Jerry.
And now it's like cool, like when we started playing and everything, like we became their peers.
Yeah.
We stayed fans, obviously, but we became their peers, and they would like come and talk to us about stuff like the cool when Billy Latch All and Tommy asked us about advice. I'm like, all right, yeah, that's really
if
cool.
they should get like a vocalist or something.
Yeah, that was really cool, man.
Yep.
Like, who the hell are we? We used to, Carl and I, when they used to play the Saint every Tuesday.
Oh, when they were instrumental?
Yep, we would go every Tuesday.
Yep.
I mean, they're so inspiring. That's another band that could have blew up.
That was a nice gulp on the microphone. That was all natural, guys. Like Snapple.
And
well, Yeah.
Then there's Danny Caputo, who's in every band.
Yeah, shout out to Danny. He
Yeah.
is a powerhouse vocalist even to this day. I mean, like seeing him in Threshold of Pain was so impressive. And wow, what was that?
What are you
Took
doing?
took my headphones off.
Don't ever
Right?
do that again.
My ear had an itch in it.
Yeah, thank you guys. I'm leaving now. My ear hurts.
I blew out my eardrum again.
That's our halfway point. I guess.
Well, yeah. Well, I remember going back to Latchaw for a minute, like just what it was like watching them with Ben and how thrashy they were. And then they used to have.
Stop tapping the table, goddamn.
It's sound effects, man.
I know,
Background.
you hear it in all the mics.
That's
you
him
edit
being
that out?
stern. He is making a point.
Yeah, he's
Make it a point. Make it a point.
Sorry, I hate to interrupt. Go ahead, sir.
No, when they used to play with the TVs with all the horror movie stuff, and
Oh yeah, that's right.
I hadn't seen a lot of horror really at that point, so I still remember seeing some of those scenes, wondering like what movies they were from, and then like
I
hoping
think
that.
they were playing Faces of Death.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
it was
Yeah.
Faces of Death. It was Altered States, Puppet Master,
Yeah, I remember Puffin.
Necromantic, which was a real like borderline porno horror movie.
Now it's got on a TV that as deep as it is wide.
The old school TV.
Hey,
Right.
let's
With wires hanging out of it to a VHS.
Did it have the wood
VCR.
around it?
to the
We should steal that
VHS
idea totally.
What's that?
VHS
We should
tape.
just steal their idea and totally just fucking do it.
I mean, we could do it.
I have a projector.
But we got to get old ass TVs.
We've been very fortunate to play. I mean, with the bands we did. You mean Fury 5? They were huge in Jersey. They were huge in Europe. You know, what I
Yep.
mean, very fortunate. You know, we played with Godspeed.
We
That
did
was
play
really
with-
cool.
That was was that the first 2HP
That-
show?
Godspeed.
Yes, because the second one was Murphy's Law.
That's right. And
Yeah, it was
at
Terminus.
the
It was Terminus, Godspeed, Human Remains, I think.
Colorblind
Colorblind.
Yep.
Toe.
Yes.
Oh.
I have the flyer.
Oh.
It was a long show. There was like 7 or 8 bands,
It was
and it was all
amazing.
variety though. All the variety, and then playing at the fast lanes with Murphy's Law, like that you know that was amazing too.
Didn't Colorblind play too?
I think it was KGB, Colorblind, us, and Murphy's Law. Maybe there was a 4th band too. I don't
Who
know.
was
There
colorblind? I don't remember colorblind.
They
were-
were back, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were-
just a local
like hardcore
hardcore
type
metal
band. Yeah.
just played like a couple shows.
It was very much of the time
Was
period.
Lance in that? It was Lance and Chris, right?
Yeah, Lance and Chris. Yep.
Yeah. That's right.
Yep. And they had didn't they have a song about killing a Guido? Colorblind? I think they did. But the singer
Let's
kind of
kill
looked
this
like a
guy
Guido.
over here.
No disrespect to
Jerk
him if he's
off,
listening.
It's like,
Fucking pizza eating bitch.
Hop in your IROC Z.
Fucking
Hey, guys,
jerk
let's write a
off
song
over
about
here.
killing an
Hey, take it
Italian.
easy, take
An
it easy,
Italian.
This fucking prick.
Paulie Walnut's head on a steak.
Paulie the Walnuts.
Paulie Walnuts,
All
man.
walnuts.
That's my spirit animal.
Joey bag of donuts.
And then, just watching bands like Human Remains, just watching them play. Like Dave makes everything look so easy. Yes, we're on Dave's dick. He makes everything look so easy. Then watching Steve just in his case.
Standing,
I
standing
love
in his
that.
guitar
I always
case.
Yeah,
waited
he
for that.
faced away from the stage
And stayed
in his
And he
guitar
always wore his
case.
work clothes. Like he had like paint on his pants and shit.
Yeah, he probably came right to the show.
He did right
and
from
then-
work, and then he go back to work.
Then to go back to work.
Yeah.
And then there was Jim, who just looked like a hippie. He did not belong in that band. at all.
No,
I love you, Jim, but
Yeah, and I mean Jim, he's had quite a trajectory too. I mean, he got to like go from Human Remains to playing with like Lord Sterling. He got to play in Dead Guy. He got to play. Did he play in Monster Magnet too?
Yes.
I'd have to.
Yes. Yes, he
Okay.
did. Yes, he did.
And then he owns Red Bank Rehearsal.
which is amazing.
Yeah, which is amazing. And then
Free plug.
Red Bank, really? Red Bank Rehearsal,
Red
right
Bank
down there in Red Bank, New Jersey.
they
Check
did
it out.
not sponsor us.
Not near the secret stash. Well, actually, it's right around the corner, isn't it?
I remember Kevin
Yeah.
Smith hanging out at the Cafe Bar when we used to play there. I remember him.
Really?
Yeah.
Rad. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we were
missed the
very
Cafe Bar.
fortunate in that time to be in those places, to do those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? Especially now, looking back at it, now it's so hard.
It is. There's just so many more bands. There's social media. So how do people even? They're overwhelmed. I think we're all overwhelmed with things to listen to and bands to check out.
Yeah, there's a lot of good bands now too.
A lot of good bands.
A lot of, it's very catchy,
Mm-hmm.
metal or not metal. You know what I mean? A lot of good bands.
And now, like, every style has its own lane now. Like, thrash, like, kind of quote unquote disappeared, but now it's, that's never going to go away now. You like Municipal Waste, like they have their new record out in a long box CD. Like, everything that was old is new again, and I can't see it going away now because I think that everybody.
There's gonna be a whole new wave just for Metallica alone. I don't know if you guys watched Stranger Things.
Oh yeah.
That scene that just happened where he's
playing Master of Puppets.
Do you know that's like the #1 song right now all of a sudden again? So
that
all
and Kate Bush
whole
has
new generation
to be,
now wants to know who Metallica is.
Yep. Well, I saw it with my son. Lucas now wants to listen to Metallica just because of
everyone.
that.
The
He
rap
wanted
was
a
talking
backpack.
about it
He wants
this morning.
patches on his denim jacket.
Yeah,
and I
definitely.
told him
Dude,
I had a
that's
Master
nuts.
of Puppets back patch. I wish I
coming
still had
back.
it.
Full circle.
We're gonna be cool again, guys.
So basically, we.
By the way, we have vinyl. I know vinyl is cool for you kids these days.
Listen, let's not
It was
bring.
it was back down in '97 we printed it, but you guys right now it's brand new.
You guys wouldn't know.
We started. We got back together at a good time. Apparently.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got some old T-shirts.
They're gonna be up on
And they're
eBay.
all smalls.
Mediums, yeah, they are. They're all Tracy's.
All you fat guys, buy them from Bub because he got your size. It's an extra small. Like that dude in Florida.
We have a couple shows coming up also, which is cool. In
Very
Connecticut.
exciting.
And some merch. We got some merch out.
Lots of merch.
Yeah.
Everyone's asking about the lunch boxes. Now that was just a comic I made. It wasn't
Really
a real
think
thing.
That's a good
But
idea.
people are
dude.
actually asking, "Where's the?" Two people asked at the show, "Where's the face down lunchbox?"
Yes, dude.
Yes.
I'm like, it was
Yeah.
just a joke.
So
how do we
if
make that
anybody listens to this, comment if you would like a face down lunchbox or not.
Yeah, well,
or any
maybe
kind of
we'll-
merchandise actually.
Yeah,
Well, we
maybe
should
we'll
figure
post
out-
a picture again and take a vote on it.
We could do a pre-order. We would just have to figure out how much they cost to charge people. A lot of bands do pre-orders for things now, so they know how many to make.
Well, I'm buying one for myself.
Dude, that is the coolest idea.
So Chuck, I was thinking that if we are going to do it, that your fender head maybe,
Yeah.
let's use those knobs for the top instead of the what they have on the actual one, and we'll just change it up a little bit so
Should
it's
we-
our own thing.
Should we change the Fender logo to the face
Well,
down
no,
logo?
just the knob. Yeah, but if you want just the knobs,
we get it. It
really.
starts with an F anyway. So.
Actually, the where it says super
We should,
whatever I
Yeah,
can't
super
see.
reverb.
Yeah, amp whatever. We'll take that out, put the face down there, and we'll just change it up a little bit so it'll be our, no copyright shit.
Yeah, we have some other things
yeah,
brewing,
please-
but we're not going to say them right now. We're going to keep that a secret.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah,
that too.
Right.
I think we should edit that one out too. The lunchbox. I want to.
So much about it. Well, we gotta take a
What
vote
can I
on
talk
it.
about?
Somebody to steal our idea.
We talking about
I'm the one that's got to edit it, bitch.
edit it. It's out.
So Bub's
talk
Bub's
about
worried about one of the 5 people that's going to listen to this is going to steal our
Yes.
idea.
Actually, we have like hundreds of people that listened to the first one.
That's
so-
awesome.
So, I don't know. Dude, that's a fucking great idea.
It is a
That's
good
outside,
idea.
That's outside the lunchbox. That's outside the box.
Outside the box, literally.
And welcome back.
No, we're not talking about lunchboxes.
It's not because I'm fat. I am kind of hungry though.
You want
Me
some
too.
chips?
I might do that. Yo, this Fritos barbecue. Hell yeah.
I know. That was my
Fritos.
next one. So,
So yes, merchandise. Let's get more merchandise. Next topic.
yeah, we're following the Spaceballs model. Flamethrowers.
That'd be awesome.
Flamethrower.
Toilet paper.
You can get
Dude,
a
I was
flamethrower. You get a
working-
flamethrower at freaking
I was
Harbor
working-
Freight.
I was working
Yeah.
in a bathroom, or I was working at a house, and I went to use the bathroom. Closed the door, turned the lights on, blah, 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 went. And now I'm going to the bathroom, and I look over, and there's a roll of toilet paper with a woman's face printed on it. Her mouth is wide open. Kind of like her, like imagine like Lucille Ball, like that type of
Okay.
face, kind of,
Yeah.
with a mouth wide open, and that was on the toilet paper.
You wipe your ass with that?
No, I just looked at it and was like, "This is fantastic." So I took a picture of it.
Was it his wife?
I have
Was
no
it
idea.
his ex-wife
I don't know. I don't know.
Or his mistress.
or her sister?
Or, I mean, the possibilities.
Boss. It was the boss.
Was it Cartman's mom? A Shiza video. Okay.
I thought of something maybe we can shift gears a little bit. We were talking about local bands and everything. Maybe some of the bands that we shared or were neighbors with in the hot dog house, because that was really a big thing for us, like being at the hot dog house, because getting to know other bands and hanging out with them, and not necessarily influenced by, but at least they were our peers, because it was all different bands, from all different genres.
The hot dog house was the most amazing place ever.
It's still there too.
But
believe it or not, it's surviving the gentrification of Asbury, which is pretty awesome.
It was it was like the greatest time of my life, dude. I would never practice there. You got to pay for parking. You'd be spending like $40 a night.
Always park in Ocean Grove and walk over the bridge.
Yep.
I ain't walking anywhere.
With my kick drum.
I'm gonna get Ubered over there.
Cymbals.
I'm 50 years old, dude. I ain't walking over a bridge like a fucking
gonna
child. I'll
Uber
pay the
down the
$40.
So just a fucking lump.
That's what you complaining for.
I was like, well, I'm not going back to the hot dog house.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Pricey
we were going there.
motherfuckers.
It was a good chance your car was getting broken into,
Yes, hot dog house was amazing.
which was right across the street from the police station. Just really weird.
This was the old Asbury, not the new Asbury.
Yep. We're gonna be those guys and say yes, the old Asbury. And
We
how-
were above the tap room.
tap room.
The tap room. See, that's
Yeah.
how old school we are. The tap
Yeah.
room.
I remember
And now
I used to ride my skateboard right down the middle of Cookman, and there was a car in sight.
Nope.
There was nobody inside.
it was like a ghost town.
Yeah.
All the windows were boarded up, so there's no reason to go
the old
down
Steinbacks was still
Yeah.
burnt up from the
Yep.
80s or whatever the fuck it was.
So like the 70s, that was the riots were a long time ago, and they never fixed it. They just left it to rot.
We were up at the hot
know?
dog house like every night, literally. Even if we weren't playing music, we were just hanging out there, hanging out with everybody. Like I don't think there was ever like a night that place was empty unless there was a show and everyone went to the show. But like,
Right.
Remember that one time the cops were chasing someone, and and I was in the room. I was with somebody that just hit a bong, like we were smoking, and the cop came in and asked if we saw someone, and we're all like we all had mouthful of smoke, like we're trying to like hold it in, and
Oh
I broke it. I did it. That was me.
that's my new shore, you fuck.
Edit that.
Yeah, it's not new no more.
broke it.
I broke it.
But yeah, he came in and he's like, he said something like, "Good thing I'm not here for that." Were you guys in the room when that happened, or
Who were you in the room with?
it wasn't our room? It was a room across from the
Were
one
you-
where it burnt up, but it was around the time before
Were you in the room with Lance? That dude Lance?
the
you were in
pothead
his
dude,
room?
the major pothead dude. He always had weed. You could buy it off him. I don't know if that was
like half
Lance
the
or not.
building.
I was gonna say everybody had.
I don't know. It
weed.
was just a funny thing. I remember hitting a bong and a cop fucking looking at me. I'm like, oh.
I just remember having my grandparents' furniture when we were in that end room with Majul. The one at the end of the hall.
Dude, we
yeah.
shared
You're right,
we shared those rooms. We had a lot of rooms in there.
Yeah, we were upstairs on the
I
third
went back
floor
in
with
that room with
LifeSite, and
Bind.
we had that carpet that was
Same
cut out, which I just found a picture of. Like we cut the carpet out with our
Yeah.
logos in it. Yeah, we were.
We shared a lot.
And then we shared it with Latchell too. Same room.
Yeah, same room.
Yep.
Yeah,
Years
that's
before
right.
that.
Yep.
And then we had room number 1. That was our first room. That small, tiny closet room. Mm-hmm. That's when it caught on fire.
The big room, you built shelves for your speakers.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
I remember that. Those were still up there because my band Bind went into that same room, and those were still up there
Dude, they were up there.
in like the
That's awesome.
2005.
Do you remember in 2HP we were up there? Then we left there. We got our own room. Then we went back up there with LifeSite. Then we left there. We were there in Face Down at some point.
Yeah.
We used to practice, and that's when Flynn was in the band. Right towards the end of Face Down, we had
On the
gone
third
back,
floor?
yeah,
And
back
Ron
into that room.
too.
Oh yeah, well we had.
And then we were in like 4 or 5 other rooms
We
before
were in
that.
like every room except like
Yeah.
one, I think.
Yeah.
No, we were in. Yeah,
There was like one we weren't
And then
in.
but after the fire, they made 2 rooms.
Yeah, they
the
split
the
the- yeah, they
downstairs
split
room they
that one.
split it. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember
And
the
we got that
bathroom
one.
that they?
We got that one room.
Remember the bathroom that they just sealed up? They
Oh, the one on that floor.
right by the stairs to
Yeah.
the right. There was a bathroom there, and I remember going up there during the day when nobody was up there. I stopped there for something, and the dude was putting the sheetrock up, and I'm like, "You're just gonna leave the bathroom?" Like, fuck it. So he just literally just put sheetrock up, so the bathroom is still behind that wall, enclosed.
They built a wall around the fucking
They didn't take
bathroom.
anything
Sink,
out. They just
everything's
closed
still
it off.
there. I think there was still soap on the fucking thing.
This place is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Good
Like
times happen there.
Good times.
With that black dude and that white chick. He was like, your drums got to be like boom, bop, boom, boom, bop.
Oh, we were in the small room.
he definitely just got out of Rosa Pavilion.
Yeah.
He was a character.
He was.
Yeah.
And the guitar had to go, wow, wow, wow.
And the vocals got to be like, under my skin.
Sharpie looked at the guitar like, he's
yeah,
like, I didn't know the guitar could do that.
He has eyes real. He has eyes closed.
You guys
real
aren't ready
tight.
for that, but your kids are gonna
He
love
wa-
it.
He was awesome. I remember him now.
Yeah.
Wow, holy shit.
I see you guys checking out my girl. No, he said it here, right?
Yeah, he's
I see the drummer checking out my girl. I'm like, dude. I was just trying to count how
man.
many teeth were in her face, but I only got past 2, so I don't know what's going on.
And then we would walk down
How
to the
did you
Dunkin'
get in
Donuts
here?
through the alleyway because that was the only thing open.
Oh, you had to watch your back down that mother.
We never went alone. We would
No,
walk.
no.
It was like a buddy
But
system.
The fucked up is we almost brought someone back from there, though.
Oh,
Hey,
oh,
yeah, we play in a band. Let's go up to the hot dog house. They're like, all right, cool. You want a beer? Yeah.
check it out?
Check it out. That's how that dude was like knocking on the door, like, yeah, come on in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was a key lock, so you had to let people
You have
in.
to let people in.
Still, the craziest thing is when now I'm tapping on the table. The craziest thing is when the Muslim place was right underneath us. You know what I mean? Like it was like they were like straight up like
Yeah, militant
Yeah.
Nation of Islam.
I think
Muslims.
you had all us white trash dudes above them jamming out like hardcore
And didn't
metal.
we see them doing like their formations out front on Cookman?
Yeah, they were very
Man.
polite. Yes.
Then the nail place went in under there, and it was just like, it just
before that-
fucking smelled so
before
bad.
Yeah,
that,
it
they had
smelled
a-
so bad. It was all the chemicals from that.
that place had a sign that said "Respect for Respect
Respect
for
for
life."
life, yeah.
But then it was a big sign that said "Sorry, we're closed." You remember? I took a picture of that.
So, I mean, that was cool, man. When they were there, though, there was never a problem. Tell you that much.
No. Because they were, it was almost like they were holding down the neighborhood.
They
you
were.
know,
I mean-
because they were like, oh yeah, we're here doing our
You know
thing,
that
passing out
the
our
hot dog
pamphlets.
house was Freemasons meeting area.
I did not know that.
If you look up on the top, you'll see underneath the date, you'll see the Mason symbol.
Wow.
So that was the Freemasons like
like a meeting place.
meeting place. Yeah. And I forgot the year. I learned all about it. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, I
When you drive by, look
I
it
know
up.
there was a lot of history to that place. Like,
I do
especially
know,
that big room with the stage in it.
I think it was Dirge who played with the Misfits at that big room upstairs. There used to be shows up there.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
Dirge.
that's where
Misfits.
Jacko had his shows.
Yeah, Dirge. Yeah,
Jacko used to have shows
yeah,
up there
prior
And
to
the
the
Misfits-
that was prior to the cafe
and
bar,
Misfits
right?
played
in the
there.
70s.
Man,
I
that's
remember.
insane.
I remember when Tommy Sutherland and Quinn
Yeah.
had the room upstairs, and I ran upstairs with my paintball gun and just started looting.
You shot them up?
Oh no, not them, the whole room. And they're like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" I'm like, "Do you want to shoot?" He's like, "Okay." They start shooting their own
Holy
wall.
shit.
Oh, and then Carmine and I foolishly thought that we could jam with Tommy and Quinn. Not only could we not keep up with their drinking, but we couldn't keep up with their volume.
Oh my
Like no
God.
one played louder than Tommy and Quinn together.
But how fun was
Dude,
that?
they were a
Oh, I
12-pack in before they even walked into the room.
But how fun was
Like,
that?
all right,
You know
we're
what
gonna
I mean?
practice
It
from
was-
6:30 to 9:30, let's say, and they're like, okay, and they come in, fucking, yeah, an empty 12-pack that had like 2 beers in it, and then another 12-pack.
Yeah, because they
Each.
painted houses, so
Like,
they were probably
what?
drinking while they were out. You know.
A big shout out to Quinn. I went to a show to the Fast Lanes, and I lived pretty much in Asbury, the ghetto part, and I met him just very recently, and just because he was working with my buddy Tim down at the pizza shop, and he insisted that he give me a ride home because he didn't want me to walk home from the Fast Lanes, and he didn't even know me. That's so much respect. You know what I mean? He was at a show, and he was a hardcore guy, old school hardcore guy, and
Yeah,
but that was
definitely.
really cool, man. Just him and his blue punch buggy. He used to have a baby blue punch buggy.
Oh man.
I thought I'll never forget that. That was really cool of him, man. Like, yo, let me give you a ride home. I don't want you walking home. You
For
know?
sure.
So,
Yeah.
shout out to
Asbury
Quinn.
was a much different place back then.
Do you know that place on the corner? If you step out of the hot dog house and look to your across the street, all the way to the left, that building on the end.
The meat market, the old meat market.
No,
That's to the right.
no, that's all the way on
If
the
you walk-
end at the corner by the light.
If you walk out to Main Street,
Yes, if
And
you
you make
walk
a
down
left?
the stairs from the hot dog house and look across the street to the left.
oh, yeah,
That's where
That
Harry's
co-
That's where Harry's Roadhouse was over there on the corner.
That was where Bruce Springsteen played.
Yeah.
Southside Johnny.
I
didn't
think that
know.
was Mrs. J's.
You had to go upstairs.
no,
but I,
Mrs. J's was Downmore, I thought.
Well, maybe it was the upstage.
Mrs. J's
Oh, right,
was
I
at
think
the,
it was.
Mrs. J's, I think,
yes.
was at the beach.
I never
itself,
knew that.
on the other side.
Yeah,
of
you're right.
Stonewall.
I'm pretty sure it's the
All
upstage.
these years, I just learned that like a year ago. I never knew that.
When I was at Dogwig picking up our face down or my tattoo shirts and the face down stickers, they were printing up shirts for Mrs. J's. So it's like they kind of brought that back as like a way of like, preserving that memory, because that was where so many people got their start. That and the upstage were like, that was where you went if you were in Asbury back then.
Yeah.
My parents
but
used
then
to take
Clarence-
me to Mrs. J's on Sundays and just hang out at the bar all day, and we would just
You?
hang out and play all day. Yeah,
Yeah.
Speaking of
we were
that,
kids.
Oh
Like,
wow.
I'm not sure. No, he wasn't in the band, but this was 2HP.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if you did, but we all
What?
together played the Stone Pony.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
To
yeah.
us, it's
Yeah.
the Stone Pony. Who cares?
Yeah.
I played it a
But
lot.
look how like legend like people you played the Stone Pony. Like if you're somewhere else, they're like you played the Stone Pony. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Well, we didn't think it was
We
a
played
big deal because
CBGBs.
Jacko was playing show.
But
Like
yeah,
he
but
was
it's
putting on the
Stone
shows, so we're
Pony.
like, oh, we're just local kids. But then when you get older and you think like you see how many people still come through there,
we played CBGBs.
We played CBGBs. Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's what that was 2HP.
I played CBGBs twice with Bind.
That's why
Bind.
that's why I figured you did. And then the only one when Vulture got to play in California, but we didn't get to play Whiskey Go Go. And that's like one of my goals for one of my bands.
So we're setting off to Cali.
Yeah, I want to
Wait.
play a Whiskey Go Go. I don't
All
care
right.
if it's a local show. I want to play Whiskey Go Go.
yeah,
I
man.
want to me.
Just take a week off of work.
I mean, I'm not sure how you got, but to me, that's my trifecta: Stone Pony,
I get there.
CBGBs, and then Whiskey Go Go.
I'm
That's
sure
my
we could
trifecta.
make it happen if we plan ahead.
Do you know what I
for it.
mean? Like,
yeah.
it'd be cool.
I've never
for-
even been to the West
But
Coast.
check this
so.
out. How
Me
cool would
neither.
that be
Always
if we can
wanted
get a
to.
whole and go to Vegas and play Count's place?
What's that?
Count Customs. He's Danny owns a bar called Vamps in Vegas, and he's a
Okay.
rocker guy, So he might be like, yo, fucking guys from Jersey, why not? It might be Wednesday night, but
It won't matter.
I don't care if
I
it's.
played
I
Vegas.
don't give a shit if it's a Monday
yeah,
morning.
I played Vegas too. when Vulture played Vegas, it's like we played and left. So I didn't get to see everything. Oh, you've been to Vegas? That's
Yeah.
not, like I hate when people say that because it's not fair. It's not fair. And I'm like, yeah, I've been there, but it's not. Okay.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's not like I hung out in Vegas.
Yeah.
So
I was in Miami for a show with Linus, and I never got to see anything of Miami. We like immediately drove back home because it was like Christmas Eve, and nobody wanted to miss Christmas with their families, and it was like. That's a long haul from Miami, man. It like took forever. We had a blizzard
That's a
in
shit
Vermont
time to play a show.
Or Virginia. I mean, what?
That's a shit time to play a show, Christmas.
Yeah,
I
it
think,
was the
listen,
week prior.
I would
Yeah.
done it.
Well, you guys were much younger, but I'm thinking if you're gonna do that, you're gonna know you're gonna be missing fucking Christmas. Bro.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I know. Well, we all had it.
Like,
We
give
thought we had it planned out because, like, the brothers Callie, Rich, and Paul, they were, Rich was in the band. Paulie came along to just take pictures, but their mother. I was the only one. All right, a little background here. I was filling in for a band called Linus, and I was the only one who was old enough to rent the van. I was the only one who was 25. Everybody was like 21, 20. So the Callie's mom sat me down and basically put the fear of God in me. It was like, you're going to have my boys in the van with you. Make sure they're safe. You bring them home in one piece. So all I could think about the whole time we were driving around Florida playing shows, I was like, we have to get back safe. I'm going to die if I don't.
It's gonna kill me.
But that was a really cool experience for me because, I mean, I just filled in because they were like my friends. But then we were playing shows with Newfound Glory and nobody knew who they were yet. Like, it was just like, oh, yeah, the guy from Shai Hulud plays in this band, or a couple of them played in. And then as we were playing shows with them, we saw how, like, people were catching on to them, and more people were coming to the shows. I think we played 3 or 4 with them, and then we came back home, and then they became, like, one of the biggest pop-punk bands,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that was really cool, Like, we got to play the Gainesville Fest before it was the Fest, so I got to see, like, Hot Water Music, 12 Tribes, a lot of bands that I ended up really being a big fan of, So that was a really cool experience that I had separate. But that's a cool thing, too, to talk about how we all had separate band experiences. Like, Bub got to tour with Vulture, and, like, we all got to play a lot of shows with our other bands.
I played with, oh my God, Skid Row, In This Moment, all these, tons of bands. And
With Bind.
With Bind,
Yeah.
And, it was fun, but it wasn't, I don't know, it's weird. It's different with us. I don't know why. It's just different.
I think we were at a formative time in our lives, and we just grew together, and we didn't realize like how much we had grown together until we started playing with other people.
Yeah, I mean, I got to do a bunch of stuff too. You know,
You did a
some
lot
of
with
the-
Stagger.
with Stagger,
yeah.
some of the biggest festivals
over.
of the years, you know, around, in Europe and stuff like that, and it's great. But I mean, yeah, it's just I see what you guys are saying, definitely. With just doing this again, it's kind of kind of cool. I
It
guess
almost feels like
'cause
you were
we,
cheating.
yeah, no, not that. I think it's
Cheating
more
on your
like
girl.
we never got to do the things that our other bands had gotten to do. You know,
Yeah.
And we really put a lot into Face Down for a very long time, and it's a shame it didn't go the way that other bands have that we're in have gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think that I think the music can be appreciated more, maybe, or
Well,
I'm not really sure. I'm
For-
not really sure how to
I mean,
say it.
that makes sense.
for
I know
other
what you mean.
bands, even though Face Down in our era, we didn't have social media. We didn't have
The
everything was
connections.
mail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we
yeah.
still got to go to Europe. We still got to. I mean,
And we
for-
turned down Japan.
Yes, we did. Stupid. We should have went.
Yeah.
We did? I don't remember. Turned down.
We had some. We
Yeah,
had
at the
some.
time, it was so expensive to fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had fanzine interests, and
Oh, really?
I got all
Stuff,
the letters
yeah.
still. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
yeah,
And
Wow.
but we laid the legwork down. You know what I'm saying? Like everything pretty much that we had opportunity for is because of what we did before that.
yeah. It was like
And
our
it's
training
okay.
ground.
Yeah, why
Yeah,
not?
true.
You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
absolutely.
Dude,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
I
you're
could
right.
if I could pass anything on to anybody, I will. Like Mikey and Stagger, he asked me a question or whatever. He told me he looked up, which is I'm flattered. I mean, he's so much better than I am. But like, I love passing him knowledge. You know what I mean? Like, listen, this is what I've learned because people passed me when I was on the road and shit. And just watching, I study now, and some things I like with other frontmen, some things I don't, and I would love to give some guys pointers. But I don't. But some people will be like, oh, what do you know? I don't know anything, but this is what I was taught.
Yeah, you don't have to take my advice and do what I'm saying. I'm
Right.
just saying. I'm just
I
telling
want to help you out a little
Just
more.
just give maybe a different perspective or
Like-
something like that.
I'm very critical of myself, and I can't believe I think it was Face Down when I was practicing. I do. I'm not gonna lie. I try to practice being a better front man. You know what I mean? Like I was told by another singer that I had the energy, but I didn't face the crowd enough. My back was.
Okay.
Wow, I never even thought of that. I mean, I was just feeling the music, and which is fine. He said, and that's what I told him. He goes, "But you got it, but you're still performing." So, I'm trying to find that balance in between a performer. Because I don't want to be the performer, you know what I mean? But I want to feel it too, and that's a hard balance. Because I want to be with you guys. So, but you know what I mean? But I want the crowd to see us. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I got to look at the crowd,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah, you gotta kind of like play both fields.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, so as much as I want to turn down and look at you, but I mean, I do. I mean, but I gotta. I mean,
Even when we're in practice, and you got you coming over from the door to the desk, I guess you could say, and you maybe kick the foot up, or you just I just see you hopping over here. And it's like it makes the part better for me. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, there's a lot of energy going on
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Mhm.
and like that's the stuff that I miss. You know what I mean? For as far as what we used to do as opposed to what we're doing now. I miss when you do that and you do that little popping thing and it's like, yeah, now we're into this song. All right, cool.
That's why when I woke up,
And then
I'm
I
like,
think,
yeah, that was
but
a
I
good
think
show.
I think what you do for all of, I mean, for me, I don't know about you guys, but that's what it does to me.
Thank you.
I see you
Sure.
popping that thing
That
off,
was
and I'm
very
like, yeah,
flattering.
all right,
kind
cool.
of feed off
Yeah.
each other.
It's very flattering. Thank you. I mean,
Yeah.
that's. And you know me, I am hard on myself about a lot of things, but and I have also a lot of confidence with my stage and everything. But I do feel like when I'm up there, like I know when to turn it on, and I know I'm not the best singer, so I feel like I got to put on a better show.
Yeah, 'cause
You know what I'm saying? Like, so
yeah,
I'd rather. So I know I'm not the best here. So let me be the best here. Visually, and I guess it works sometimes.
I'm sure a lot of vocalists deal with that too because they have to not compensate for it, but it's like
Oh no, you do. You gotta
yeah,
compensate.
like I wish there was a better word for it because it's like you don't want to like diminish what a singer's doing. It's just but the the presentation is as important as what you're doing, because you could be
It's
an
more
amazing
important.
singer and stand there and be boring.
It's more
I mean,
important.
listen,
Yeah,
I've watched like videos when, trying to figure out what songs we're gonna play again, and stuff, and with you going back and forth on the stage, and Chris had his long hair, and he was always like head banging and stuff, or he'd just, stand up straight and just have this blank stare in his face, and he would just like be doing this walking bass line around, whatever, and then we'd come into the part again, and we're all like rocking out. I mean, that's how we used to play it with each other, and I think we've touched it, but we haven't like grabbed it.
I'm still
fully.
figuring shit out. That's
But
why.
yeah.
I was gonna say, we're not all like. You gotta remember,
But
we're not machines. We used to practice 4
Yeah.
nights a week, like 2 hours a night, like to 3,
Right, yeah.
And even when we got
But-
frustrated and didn't want to write, we would just sit down and hang out. And that's one thing we were like a lot of, over the years it got a little harder. But we were, especially me and Carmine, keeping shit separated. Like
Yeah, I know I had a hard time with that.
You mean
That's
that-
something I struggled with for
Right.
a long time, was keeping things separate,
Band was band,
That's-
and then hang out was hang out.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it was a little bit harder. And me and you, Carmine and myself, we kept that pretty good. Like
Mm-hmm.
we'd be mad at each other at practice, and then fucking fuck it, we'd blow off and go sit down, and nothing happened.
Sure.
Then we go grab
grab a beer and
a beer and some wings over at Jack's.
Yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? And then maybe the
Belmar.
next day the conversation was brought up again, but you couldn't bring, because if you brought it into your personal life, because I mean, the backstory, I'm not even sure if I even said it. Like, I didn't know any of you guys at all. Like, I saw you in school when I went, but I passed by and I got kicked out. I got kicked out of withdrawal, and then I knew that it was the end of you got.
Yeah, like we were. Yeah,
But I didn't
Chris
talk-
and I were.
I didn't talk to him. I talked to you. Just
Yeah.
2HP, and then I said we're starting a band or whatever it is, and Carmine played drums and blah blah, and that was it. I didn't know anything about you guys. That's it. I didn't
How
know-
did you? I remember that, but how did you? How did you know about Carmine?
Sean Buchanan asked Withdrawal to play his birthday party, and that's where ARF started.
Arf.
Oh,
Arf,
Anthony Saunders.
Anthony,
Man,
he was down for the
shout out
cause.
to Anthony. Where is he in this world?
We should look him up. We gotta look
Well,
him up.
I asked Vicky, my friend Vicky, Reg's younger sister, because I talked to her like semi-regularly or whatever, and she's like, she has no connection. Like, she doesn't know where Anthony is. It's like,
Well,
it's
look
like
him up
he's
on Facebook or social
yeah,
media.
yeah.
But that's pretty much. I got kicked out of Withdrawal. I mean, like that was before Chris, because this is how we started 2HP.
yeah,
Spiral
we
Fix-
played with Eric. and-
Spiral Fix played at that same party. It was Withdrawal, Cryptic Realm, Spiral Fix. I have no clue how we got asked to play.
Wait, where was that at?
Sean's backyard.
Yeah, Sean's
It was a
backyard.
pool
Oh,
party.
yes, that's right. Because the whole thing with Nick and the
Yeah, the natural.
natural.
That was
Shout
the
out
best.
to Nick.
Oh, that was the best.
Nick Gizzy,
But that's how
my man.
That's how it started. Mm-hmm. And then the first practice was up in not Word of Mouth. Was it Word of Mouth?
Yes, that's
Word
how
of
we came
mouth.
up with the. That's how we
2HP.
came at 2HP.
Yeah,
There was a
the
2-hour
two-hour
parking sign.
sign, yeah.
I think that was
Yeah.
1993 because that's what I got tattooed on me. So I hope it's right.
I was actually still in Cryptic Realm at that time when you guys were in 2HP.
Yeah, because I stopped playing with them. They
Yeah.
got
A new drummer, Gary, and
Gary,
another
that's
guitarist
right.
named Keith, and we played with oh fuck, what are they called? Peter Steele. What's the hell?
Typo Negative.
Typo Negative. We played with them.
Shit, man.
And the drummer, them and Cannibal Corpse, and at the Fast Lanes, I remember.
Oh, the fast.
And
Lanes, yeah.
I smoked with Peter Steele in the basement of the
That's
Fast Lanes.
awesome.
Yeah, that. But
Does he have
that
a
was
big
the time.
dick?
I didn't look or ask.
Dude,
I
he was
just
in
I smoked
Playgirl.
with him.
He's got
That's
a
all
big
I
I
did.
would-
I heard,
Dude.
that's what I've heard.
He's
No
hung like
lie.
a horse.
I would 100% ask to see his cock.
Yeah,
There was
that's
a
what
shit
I'm
ton of chicks down there, though.
saying. Oh, I'm sure.
I would have been in front
He
of
was
him.
in
Let me see that
Playgirl.
cock.
I mean,
I
it was
don't
there's
care.
proof. You know.
Yeah, but you guys, that was when you guys were in 2HP,
Okay.
and then that fizzled out. And
I
then that was
I
when
remember
saw you.
actually feeling like not jealousy, or maybe it was like missing out when you guys were doing stuff with Cryptic Realm without playing
It
with
was
you guys.
different.
You know?
It was a whole.
probably
It felt
weird,
like a
you
whole
know?
new band.
But
That's
there was
why
a lot
I
of
kind of.
ego
Yeah.
too. I think it was like John and Ray were always clashing, and I just think that it was like I was real insecure about my playing because John, like shout out to John Samuel. Like him and I started playing guitar together in our garage or in his garage and his bedroom, and he just excelled so much faster than me. So like when we were playing in a band, I always felt like I just was never on his level. So like it was awesome to see you guys continue, but I was like, fuck, I'm not good enough. I got to get better, you know? Because I listened to recordings even like that Cryptic Realm demo, and I could totally hear myself and John, and I'm like, I was not like. As
You know,
good as
even
I
back
could've
then
been
with
back
John,
then.
I always watched and listened for you to know when the
Really?
changes were. Yeah, I still do it now.
Well, yeah.
Still
He's
do.
the only guitar player.
All I know,
Thank God for
the
that,
best
right?
part of my vocals ever is when I was in Withdrawal.
I was gonna say, when the bunk spots.
I don't know how you
two
could even
HP's
top that.
2 HP's close. No,
Well, we were figuring stuff out. I mean,
Yeah,
you listen
we
to that
were
2
figuring
HP
stuff.
stuff. It's like you can hear a lot of
But we
a
still
lot of bands.
we recorded a lot of it too. So
Yeah,
that
we
was
had
kinda
some
cool.
demos. And,
Yeah,
you know, we even had
and they
some,
were just looking at them like, God, this is awful.
So dope.
But at the time, we were like trying to. Like I didn't even know hardcore was until Bub came along. So it was like I'm trying to like listen to all these Revelation bands and Equal Vision bands, Victory and all that. But then it's like I still like metal. So we were trying to figure out how to make it work.
Yeah,
and
we were just trying to put, parts together and make songs. And
Yeah.
I mean, even the songwriting process was like,
My thought was
It was transition.
My
It was
original
a
thought was,
transition
like-
to what came later.
Yeah, totally.
I wanted death metal with hardcore vocals. That was like my whole vision. You know, it didn't happen.
No, it didn't.
Not one song.
we started taking parts and putting them together and stuff we didn't know what to do with, so we just made a song of it and stuff like that. And that was like the trial period for
Trial period. Yep.
just to before we started actually going, okay, let's think about this for a while.
We just sucked.
Yeah.
Like straight up, our songs are terrible.
And
You
that's
listen to
okay.
it,
We can
oh,
say
it's
that.
great.
Yeah.
I like, dude. That's like,
Because we wouldn't be in Face Down wouldn't have been what it was
Right.
if we
if
didn't
we
have
didn't do
at least
that evolution, yeah.
Yeah.
we always
yeah,
had the
for
best
sure.
samples though.
No.
The birds
Oh,
chirping in the
that's-
back.
The theme music sample was great.
That's the best.
You
I
know?
want to use it again.
The one about the pick and scoop is really funny too. You could go out there and pick like. Didn't we use a Cheech and Chong half baked?
No, we were gonna.
We were going
Yes, we did.
to. I thought
Did
no,
we
we
do
did in one of our demos.
Yes, we did.
Bend and
Freaking
scoop.
fried
You get out and
shit,
shit
Yeah.
like
kid.
Finkelstein
Son
shit.
of a
Son of a
bitch.
bitch.
Cheech and Chong.
Yeah, what was that? I don't remember what song that
Back
was.
on Track?
but Back on track.
Could've
But
been.
remembers.
Of course you would.
But I can hear it. I don't know why I remember that. I got to listen to that shit again. We never converted it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Chris, that's
Yeah.
where you come in.
No, I
you have to
do it
convert
here.
all of it.
Oh yeah, more work. Just
Yeah.
fucking keep shoveling shit
I mean,
on
even
me.
if you just don't even do anything to it, even if you just digitize it and leave it as is, it just would be fun to listen to.
I got that fucking thing. I need the
The thing?
What?
The
I
thing?
need the tape player to play it.
Yeah, it's
wait,
So
here.
we're saying the
It's
fucking
here.
thing is the tape player, so you didn't have to say
I
the
got a
fucking
converter.
thing. Okay,
I
there
can
you go.
convert all the videos into
Awesome.
digital. I
But
just
I brought the cassette player
no video.
here.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
the
brought the
cassettes.
player here. It was here.
didn't fucking
No, he's talking about the cassettes, not the video.
Oh, I
The
thought you meant
cassettes
the
are here,
videos.
too.
Yeah, I have to do the cassettes. He's doing the videos.
Yeah, he does the cassettes. I do.
Oh,
What's
I
the
thought
videos?
Chris was doing that.
Pass the buck off.
What's the videos?
And welcome back.
What videos are we doing?
The old videos. The old shit.
Speaking of videos,
VHS.
I
Here we go.
believe Face Down will be doing a video within
Soon.
the next several months. Is that the plan? Hopefully.
Oh,
we
you're
want to
fi-
wait till it's a little bit cooler out.
Yeah, I think
We're
post
old.
Labor Day. Yeah.
It's too
I would say
fucking
like
hot out there.
September.
September, so maybe if some people want to come down and be in it, well, maybe not.
Well, we got a
See?
couple. We got
Depending
a
on what you
couple
wanna
things
do.
going on in
We have to come up
September.
with
Maybe not September.
October.
We got the
Oh
two.
yeah, we
got
got the two shows.
But if they come down to the show, maybe we
We-
get some
that-
well,
footage of the
that-
show and it can be in the video.
Oh yeah.
And the foot. So
Could
after September. So maybe early October.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Okay.
could we film the live footage from the shows and incorporate that with whatever the narrative is for the video?
Yeah, whatever that is.
Can I
Yeah,
wear
we'll
a
have to
Go?
talk about that.
Can
but
you,
yeah.
can I wear a GoPro?
No.
Wow.
No. You
Where?
can't- You cannot.
Where do you want to wear it, Bub?
Oh my head!
At the show.
I'm not gonna hang it off your chandelier, right?
Yo, I should wear a GoPro every time I do it with my new headband.
I do have a head mount for it.
I feel bad for broke. But
It won't break. Trust
we
me.
can get some good footage
You
of
can
that.
jump in a pool with it.
Because Cherry Street, if we take some of Cherry Street, that floor, oh my gosh. I'm all over the place.
Oh, is there? There's no stage, right, at Cherry
There
Street?
is.
No, there is.
It's not.
Oh,
But
Why?
it's kind of hard to. It's kind of hard to explain.
okay.
It's like stairs, but there's like here's this.
It's like a stairs.
It's
Oh,
It's like a
stairs.
stairs.
There's like two like
oh,
stages,
scissor.
and it goes down, and another stage is fucking retarded, but it's fun.
Okay.
It's a workout. You gotta climb up.
Yeah, we're really playing outside in Connecticut.
Yes.
It's like a stage outside. I think they have a tarp over it and stuff.
Cool. Yeah,
I
Cherry
saw
Street.
photos from Google Maps.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Cherry Street in Connecticut on September
September
3rd.
We will be playing a festival or a barbecue.
A barbecue.
Yeah, barbecue.
Kind of festival.
Yeah.
Barbecue.
It's an all-day
First
barbecue.
annual.
I guess it is first annual. Yeah, that's what he said. Hate BQ.
Hate
First
BQ.
annual Hate BQ.
Hate
And this will be at Cherry Street Station in Connecticut.
With-
Wallingford.
Okay.
I
And,
believe it's
then,
Wallingford.
and also an awesome band that everybody that's out there is playing, right?
Who?
Continuum.
Continuum's playing. Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
amazing, and they're also playing the Moose Lodge in Jackson on September 24th.
Fourth.
Carmageddon,
Well,
baby.
we'll be having Carmageddon.
And they will be there
Come out
also.
and
So
support.
definitely, if you're in the area, travel to see them because they're traveling to play for you guys.
Yeah. So Nick from Stagger had a crazy idea where we do a show called Carmfest. We have all my bands playing at the same show,
Which is 4.
which
by
is
the way.
4. At
All
the time,
his
At the
bands.
time, it was only 3, and then these fucking jokers called me and said, "Hey, let's get Face Down back together, jam some tunes, maybe play a show." Be
Throw
great.
that into the mix.
Okay, so now there's 4. So
So we have
a couple weeks went by, and he's like, "You know what?" He goes, "Hey, any thought about that Carmageddon?" And I'm like, "Carmageddon?" It's like that's what we're gonna call it, Carmageddon. So now there's 4 bands. All 4 of my bands are gonna play,
I hope you get a break.
and in between each band is gonna be
Another band?
Yes.
a band each. Yeah,
So
and the only one right
so you can
now
pee.
solidified is Continuum from Connecticut.
Oh, that rules.
They're amazing, and
Nice.
they do have videos out on YouTube, so definitely
Yeah.
check them out.
Yep.
Yeah. Brenda is
I don't know how to
amazing.
spell. Sorry, guys, so I can't send it out. But Continuum.
Continuum. Where are they from?
They're from
Connecticut.
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 Yes, they're amazing.
Yeah, they played the Shore Metal Fest like multiple times, and they're just great people. They're super pro though. They
Dude,
I am
they're
biased.
just
The vocals are amazing. The way she sings and screams. Is
well,
just,
she's a classically trained vocalist, but
Yeah.
then she does like
I'm
death
biased.
metal vocals. And
Dude,
Brenda,
I was-
you are
I was listening to one of
Amazing.
the tracks, not the one they just released, the released before, and I was like, "What are you saying in this part?" I just want to know what this part is. And she, through Facebook Messenger, she texted me all the lyrics, all of it. I just asked for one section, and she's like, I said, "After you say this, what is this that you're saying after that?" And she just sent me the whole thing. And I'm like, awesome.
She probably got it saved. I wish I did. I'm
Yeah.
too blind to see it anyway.
So what was she saying?
Oh, there was a whole list of stuff. I don't know.
No, the part that you were asking.
I
about.
don't even know. I was just so in.
Why'd you call him out like that? That is
Wow.
so. And don't edit that.
sorry,
out.
Brenda.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't
Brenda,
remember.
you do have a lovely voice and an angry one too. So you're.
I don't
alright.
even remember. I was just in shock that she sent me everything, and I was like, "Oh, damn. Oh, okay."
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's
And
gonna be
I
awesome.
just never went back to look, but I listened to it once in a while. I'm gonna try to figure it out. I guess.
I'm gonna be nervous
Yeah.
to play that show.
Me
Hey,
too. Those
Yeah.
But you know what's even more crazier than that? I'm co-starring.
Coast. What?
I'm playing
Explain.
twice.
Oh yeah, because
Oh,
of Vulture.
So I'm co-starring in a way.
For what?
You're playing 4 times. I'm playing twice. Everybody
Yes.
else is playing once. So I'm co-starring.
Well, Chuck is playing.
I'm playing twice
No, you
too.
don't count.
I don't know. Chris might be playing twice too. We can get him in with Vessel somehow.
2 bass players.
I got a
no, I
violin
was
going.
gonna, no, you got to bring the electronics and the synth.
Oh.
Yeah,
Man.
Damn.
I can't have you and Will in the same room playing bass. That would just blow my head off. I think I wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
handle that. But wait, is Iperna playing?
No.
Either one.
Either one.
Oh, that's so
I
sad.
know.
Oh, I was hoping they were gonna do one of them.
I think Sean is going on like vacation one day, and then he's got something else going on.
I
a
think
different
Sean
day.
is blown. Is what I'm thinking.
He's
should be
blowing a
playing.
golden opportunity. Yeah,
You
we
will
love
play
those
and
guys
you will
too.
like to play.
Yeah. Cyperno's awesome.
Dude, he's got to fucking bring his own kit. He can't use mine because he beats them like they owe him money.
well, and,
Like,
and
bro,
the way
why are
he
you so
sets
angry?
up, I mean,
And not to mention his arms are fucking huge. So it's like
Yeah.
when he beats down, it's just like, dude.
Yep.
He used my
He's a
kit
kid,
once
man.
and he's like, oh, he's cool kick drum. Okay, he's like, he dropped all the lugs back to where they was just like, it was like a pancake.
And you know what's even crazier than that? They're cooler dudes than they are a band.
I don't know, man. They're fucking pretty badass
No, they're a
band.
very badass band.
Yeah.
Dude, I actually am not just because I know them, but I'm actually a fan of them. And
Yeah,
I do listen
totally.
to them. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Dude, Steve writes some cool riffs, man. I wasn't he in Drop B or something?
I actually never asked him what they were tuned to.
And a
but
shout out
it's
to
gotta
Steve
be low.
and V for letting us crash out their pad the other day.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you so much, man. Very important, man. Very
Yeah.
humbling.
Great people.
Yeah, I love Steve.
Family. They
Man.
feel like family.
But
Yeah, so
we're
I'm
gonna get
looking.
to see them, Steve and all.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
They're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
do- Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing those guys and playing the show. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah,
think
it's
it'd
good.
be awesome.
It's great to have some things to look forward to, and we're talking about recording, old and new.
Yeah.
I hate
yeah.
recording. I do. I hate
You will
to-
do
I-
it and fucking like
Yeah,
it,
I'm probably
mister.
gonna- I'm not gonna like it. I'm
Smile
gonna do
on your
it.
face. God damn it! You're gonna ask
Carmine's
for
gonna
more.
make you do it 100 times till you get it right.
No. That's he hates me because I make him do it.
Yeah, that's how that goes.
We're not talking about Mike Turner.
Oh, no.
Shout out to Mike.
Mike was awesome at what he did. Like
Yeah,
he,
oh, no
he had
doubt.
me like. I'm not a fan of myself at all, but he had that Vulture like, that album like, right on point.
Yeah.
I don't know, Mike. I don't know how you went, bastard.
Yeah,
Where are
where'd
you,
you go,
buddy?
Mike?
So yeah, I mean, yeah. So we have the show. I'm looking forward to that. Should be good.
Yep.
Two shows.
2 shows. Yeah.
Yeah, September 3rd, September 24th. So,
Okay, so that concludes this show on Face Down NJ Podcast number 2.
Bye.
Thanks for having us.
See ya. Do it, bub.
But fart in the mic.
No.
You should fart in the mic.
I'm the buzz. Not so loud though.